session. With the blessings of our founder president, sir, our honorable founder president, sir, honorable chancellor, sir, senior vice president, sir, vice president, sir, our honorable vice chancellor, sir, respected director, sir, is there, respected registrar, sir, my dear esteemed colleagues, program coordinator, ma'am, program leader, ma'am, all my dear students, and first of all, our guest for the session, Mr. Ranjit Singh Kulla. I welcome you all to this session on NLP, Neuro Linguistic Program, and the name of the session is Increasing Happiness with NLP.
Brain has created computer and now computer is creating brain. So what came first, whether hen or egg, this is that sort of question. We are mutually interdependent. What is different here is the emotional quotient. When we talk about computer, machine, equipment, we don't have the emotions associated. But when we talk about brain, the emotion comes in between. Emotional quotient becomes more important, more valuable. And the entire game and the gambit is lying between these two. When we are talking about how our brain is being designed by Almighty God, so long we are accepting that it is all God given, God gifted, so long we are accepting that the basic brain is given to all and it is same. Now it is the utilization of the brain that makes all the difference. It is something like if you are using left hand more, your left hand becomes more powerful. If you are using right hand more, your right hand becomes more powerful.
Now, I would like to call upon our program coordinator, ma'am, Dr. Kasturi Sahai, ma'am, to just share a few words with our students. Kasturi, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Satyam sir. And on behalf of Amit University Jharkhand, I would like to welcome Mr. Ranjit Kulla sir. Thank you so much, our respected director sir, for enlightening and motivating the students. And I'm sure this session is going to be a great session, and the students' happiness quotient will surely increase after this.
With this great experience in corporate, having the practical experience, and with this great devotion to this concept called NLP past 10 years, I'm sure we are greatly benefited from his words of wisdom and his experience that he's going to share with us. So from now onwards, I hand over the session to Mr. Ranjit Kullar.
There one professor one day bought some balloons of similar kind and distributed them to the students and asked them to blow them with a thought, with a positivity in their mind that what exactly they are looking for in their future. And after just blowing and these balloons, they were tight and everybody put their name on those balloons. This professor actually collected all these balloons and just collected them in one of the corridor, and it was all lying on the floor. And he instructed the students that you need to go ahead and just search for your own balloon from all these cluster of balloons, and you have only 5 minutes to do so. Everybody was like very much confused because all the balloons were of the similar size, similar color, everything was similar, and they had only 5 minutes to see where their own balloon is. They could not find it just by just watching it from the distance. Uh, but still, when the time started lapsing it, then they started moving and they started searching for it, but we could not able to find the maximum of it. So after when the students got they given up, so this professor gave them some hint that now what you can do is you can send few of the people as advance party and just pick those balloons and hand over these balloons to the person, to the name of the person, just take the name of the person and just hand over those balloons to them. So they did the same way, and even before 5 minutes, all the balloons were in their hand of the students with their names. So with all this story, that the conclusion that came out was like if we like to help people, if we like to help or in some way spread the happiness to the people around us, then it is very easy to get all our own happiness too. So if we just search that we will just go for our own self as a happy person, then we'll stuck around and we'll not able to get there. If we start thinking that I need to help somebody, then there will be someone who will be there to help us. So with this, I would like to start with the presentation that is with us. Consider that we all have a supercomputer with us, and that supercomputer is something that has all the power to do. because the computer that we actually using in our home or schools or offices, they are of very small memory. They are very small processors. But now you can understand that how powerful is this mind as a computer is. So every second, our mind is receiving a data of 2 lakh uh, bytes of information. So those who know about something IT, so they can understand that how much is this 2 lakh bytes of information is, and if we will receive such information for an hour, how will this normal computers or laptops of 1 TB, 4 TB, 10 TB will respond? So it has been seen or calculated that within an hour, a 10 TB of computer will get to hang if the similar kind of information is passed on to the computer of 2 lakh bytes of information per second. So we can see that our computer, our mind, our mind as a computer, supercomputer, that receives the informations for 80 years, 70 years, 100 years, even sometimes more than that. And that need to be processed. Or not only the process, that also need to save the important files in it. So we need to understand how is this computer works through this NLP, and what we say that NLP is a scientific and practical approach to understanding our mind. Okay? And behind the behavior, behind whatever we are doing, behind that, what exactly is happening inside our mind, or how our subconscious is thinking and making the processes coming up, and how we act on it. And what is positivity and positive language? Because we talk a lot about positivity, positive language, and we say that with the positivity and positive language we get happiness. As the director sir has also said that it is the acceptance uh, that make us happy, and not only acceptance, also the contentment is something that make us happy. So in a way, when we say that contentment, or is it some more on that? Yes, there is something more in that. So that we'll see here in today's session. And then is how we can optimize usage of our mind to live a happy life. Because are we using the maximum of our mind? Because it has been seen, and it has been again figured it out with some of the scientists that the most genius person also use only 2 to 3% of the actual power of a brain, of a mind. So we cannot even able to move more than 7% or 10% usage of our mind. So how can we use even that optimum also in a better way, so that we can have a better life? So with the neuro linguistic program, and is stands for neuro. Neuro is how we experience and represent the world through our 5 senses. Next one is the programming. So what I can say that we are all programmed. Like if you see your own life also, and just uh, see your daily routine when you get up, and what all things that you eat, when you eat, what is your daily routine when you go for sleep, to whom you talk, what words that you use, or with certain kind of people you use a different kind of way of communication. With some people you would be doing a different set of communication. So in other way, we can just say that we are all programmed. So if we are programmed in a way that we know when to start our day, how to start our day, and how to end our day. So the whole day is now repeated every day in almost similar way. Though there will be some changes as an activity, but as a routine, it is almost same. When it is almost same, that means we are programmed. We are also programmed in a way that if I need to be happy or I need to be sad. So that happiness or the sadness is also programmed in our life. So few of the people, they take everything in their in the critical way. So they will, even if you will tell them that please don't take it in a critical way, this is for your benefit or this is something in your favor, but still the person will give you ample reasons that how, why, and why should I take a particular thing in a critical way. So that is just because that the person is actually programmed for that. And those people who look at the positive side of anything, they are also programmed to take up the things in a positive direction. They take up the things in a way where they can see the goodness in any of the point. So when we say this programming, we are all programmed. Now we need to say that how can we change this programming. So if you will, first of all, we need to see that whether we really want to change this programming or not. Because if we are not convinced to change our programming, then nobody can change anyone's programming. So in this time of your life as a management student, if you will see that all these programming that right now as a student that you are using will not be positive or will not be applied when you will be into the job, because there you need to have a different program. So I have seen a number of people who join the first company and leave that company within 6 months, and the reason is just because they are not able to adjust themselves into this new setup, as they already have been programmed themselves to a certain level, to a certain way in their college life, and once they get into the job, they need to reprogram themselves, and that they are not able to do so. So this is where they have some what challenges they face once they get into their jobs. So I will say that with this programming, how can we now program ourselves? I also need to understand the internal language. So when I talk about the internal language, it is something that how much time that we all talk to ourselves. जब हम अपनी बात करें या मैं खुद से बात कर रहा हूँ या मैं किसी और से बात कर रहा हूँ, तो how much time that we actually talk to ourselves? It has been studies that about 8 to 10 hours we talk to ourselves. We talk to our own mind. So whatever we are talking all alone to self is actually seen and noted by our mind. So if I'm talking negative in a way all the time, then my mind will start looking at the things from the negative perspective only. And if I'm talking all the time positive, 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 then my mind will also start taking the things in a positive way. So one example that is coming in my mind right now is I'm just saying that there is a positive, positive, there will be no obstacle in my road. All of a sudden, one pit. Actually, I see one pit in the road. So because I was totally positive, so I will not prepare myself to avoid that pit. But if I know that there will be some pit in my road, then I will be cautious enough, I will be aware enough to make some strategy to overcome that. So that is something where I am using the combo things. Okay. And here also, what kind of language that I am using, I need to see that it needs to be balanced in there. Then is the beliefs creating the behavior. So हम लोग इसको भी देखते हैं. Whatever behavior that anybody shows is actually the outcome only. It is not the real thing. Behavior is not the real, because we change behavior quite often. Okay, but if we really want to work on the behavior, we need to work on the source of it, the beliefs, the thoughts that are actually running behind. So if we see that the fire that comes out of the matchstick, it is not the fire. Fire will not come if the matchstick doesn't have that spark there. वो स्पार्क के लिए वो मसाला चाहिए. मसाला अगर नहीं है तो स्पार्क पे भी there will not be any fire. For that you need to have that masala. So here it is the beliefs and the thoughts and work like a masala. For that they need a trigger point in the social environment, and that actually gives us our behavior. The next point is small habits. So if my daily I am using some habits, if I understand my habits, if I acknowledge my habits, if I observe my habits, then only I am able to change if that is necessary in any course of time. So habits, whether they are good or bad, I need to have a close watch over them. And the next point is the consistency. It is not one time affair that in one particular point I can take up this balance. It is something that consistently I need to move ahead and see that how I need to maintain my particular habit. And optimistic, I need to be optimistic. When we understand the power of our imagination, that can be created in a way that can become a part of our memory. So our imagination is real for our mind, then there will be the chances where our mind will start accepting it as the real thing. So that our mind will register, count that as real thing. So what exactly I want to make our mind count most. So if I say that there is no absolute reality anywhere, what do that mean is like when we just observe in our surrounding with any of the situation, you will find different people have different reactions towards it. So there is nothing that we can call it as a real, because if that is real, then the experiences or the expressions or the reactions of everybody should be the same. But that actually doesn't happen. Every person has their own kind of reaction and own kind of perception about any of the incidents that happens in the society. So, like if we take the example of this lockdown itself. So when this lockdown happened, so everybody has their own thoughts, like whether it's bad, good, okay, they can use this for certain purpose, certain way, certain type. So that is their own perception. So every person has their own perception towards the reality or towards the particular event that happens in our life. So we are flooded with opinions and the perceptions. So happiness comes from the acceptance. So when we start accepting things, good, bad, ugly, then only we can see that it is something that is happening uh, in our life.
Satyam ji, it was a really wonderful session. I knew so many new things, and as a very obedient and very inquisitive student, I was sitting and I was listening and I was enjoying. In between, I also enjoyed the inhale and exhale exercise.
Right.
That was really, you are rarely getting opportunity to think for yourself. And during this session, so many, uh, things were shared by Honorable Speaker Ranjit ji, where I thought for myself. And I started. I was in the retrospective uh, thinking, and I started looking into how we are not really trying to make ourselves happy, even though we wish to be happy.
Right.
Highly paradoxical. Everyone wants to be happy, but none really does anything for achieving happiness.
Rarely people want to work towards it.
Rarely people wants to walk towards it.
Okay.
So in the entire session, there were so many points that has instigated and compelled us, especially compelled me, to think and also to develop that linguistic program inside our brain so that we can acclimatize ourselves with what actually we want.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ranjit, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.